Hey everybody, so the goal for this eh, um, session is to get the data when let's go back to the mesh, whenever you do the drop down, basically to capture that, let's see, capture that issue. Now, last time I showed like a few minutes ago, I popped open the inspector. I ended up with an error. Let's see if that happens again. Nope, it's fine this time. I don't know. That was I think. Okay, so I see that on line 29 of the font list component, I have a console log. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. And then boom, boom, boom. And so now we lose our cool animation because it rebuilt. And okay, so over here in the drop down, I want to capture this change. So I believe it has an on change event. Um, I think that's probably the best one. And I want basically change font is the function I want to call, and I'm going to pass it the event. Someone once asked me what this dollar sign is indicative of. I have no idea. I've never seen the answer to that. I would love it if I knew why they put a dollar sign, if it's just, I don't know. But anyway, so let's go ahead and create our on change um, or change font function, change font. And basically what I like to do is, so this is going to be an event, and I'm just going to tell it's a string. And typically, let's console log the event. You won't think it's a string, but I think what'll happen is it'll tell us over here that that was wrong. It used to tell you anyways. Um, hmm. So let's go ahead and add a mesh, show the edit form, and turn this to a string, and then go ahead and, oh, I guess I should have set the value too. It did not seem to even call it. Did I save? Are we all saved up? Yeah, that one is saved. Change font, change font, and Control Shift I. We have nothing. Oh, I guess, I don't know. Let's try this again. No. Hmm. So the other thing we want to do is, while we're not doing this, I wonder if I can just set the value. Value is equal to, um, oh wow, I didn't even think about it, but we actually don't even have the value yet. So let me remove that. And we need to pass, so I've missed a step here. We need to pass it in. So we will take that in. And this is kind of a bummer, right? Because that's going to be a signal. And so that means that this font list is going to update every time the signal comes in. So we're going to have to add some additional code to. Okay, so we're going to have to add some additional code to prevent this thing from resetting the fonts if the signal comes in differently. So basically, I'm going to im- import input, and the way you do that is then you go, you say, okay, so that is going to be our font, and this is going to be a string, and it's equal to input. I believe we say required. Yep. And then we're going to get an error because do we say input like this? Text. I mean string. That's funny. String. Dang it. Let's see. I know that there's another one that we do this, and it's going to have the dot required on it. So we'll go ahead and look for that. Input dot required. Okay, so the string comes after the dot required. So alt left, like this. Control X, Control V. Now, font. Okay, what did I do wrong? Let's go back. That's exactly how I did it. Input dot required string. Input required string. Input signal is not assignable to type string. I'm pretty sure that's how I'm doing that though. Input required. I mean, that is exactly. Oh, maybe. Oh, okay, yeah, because that isn't a string. This is actually a signal that returns a string. So when we go to use this, we have to execute it in the template. So now it throws this error because where I implemented, I did not pass in a string. So then we will say that font, and the brackets mean that it's tied to something, and then it is mesh dot. I believe there is a font, right? Font. And so that's happy. Now let's alt and left to get back over here, and in our template now, so go back to the file view, we'll say, hopefully I can do this, value is equal to font, and we'll add those brackets around there, and let's see if we have success. Add mesh, show edit, turn that thing to a text, and where's our font? No, you didn't work. Let's see. I'm just going to just do this just to make sure. Oh, I just said we have to do this. So that is probably the issue. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Text. No. No. Okay. Let's do this. Put this in our label. And let's see, add mesh. Change that to a text. And let's see, map label. Choose font. So it does not seem to be working at all. I'm in there. Loading. Okay, let's just try this. Okay, I'm just very curious now. Okay, so yeah, we are not getting the font through there. I don't really understand why. Uh, do we not save over here? Yeah, didn't pick up any changes. Font input required. Looks like something is unsaved though. Font list. There's the hello. Here's this thing. Mesh manager. Is mesh.font. I believe mesh.font is something, right? Let's try this. Oops. Font colon mesh font. So we do not have a mesh font, did it? I thought we had to, when we created the mesh item, we set a font. Material type. No, we did not. Okay, so that is definitely a problem. And I don't even, now that I think about it, we don't want it. Okay, yeah, it's going to be font. Oh, wait. Okay, so let's go back to our interfaces. All right, so this ended up, this ended up being a bit of a disaster. Okay, so we did not add fonts here. And when we add a font, it's not going to be a string. I don't think. I think it needs to be of type. Let's go to our interfaces. Oh, this is our interfaces. A font interface. I don't need that comma there. No, I think a font name. I may end up having to change this, but I think a font name is appropriate. Font name, and we're just going to hard code it to Helvetica for now. I think that is the appropriate way to do that, but I'm a little bit off my game, obviously, at the moment. So, font colon Helvetica, and then it's so wild that it didn't blow up before this. So now let's see. Text. Okay. Oh, me. There it is. Whoop, whoop. I think that is actually good enough, even though the plan was to run the on change. I kind of want to do that though, so I'm very curious why that's not working. So change font, that is the name of it. Change font. And it's kind of funny because it's not running it at all. Oops. Hello. Okay, so For some reason, the onChange event is not firing. So Angular material component library. And let's go to the components and let's go to the drop down. Must have missed it. Or, oh, it's called a select. That's right. QRS select. And then we'll go to the API and look at the events. Methods, close, open, toggle, update. Mat select, change. So maybe I'm supposed to make, what did I do before? I know I'd done this before, so mat select. Yeah, I believe I have one actually in this guy, right? Oh, but it's yeah, it's not a it's a form control, so I didn't have to respond to any events. Let's see, how about this guy? That was not. So I made this like a dual bound, and that was that, and then this is this. So I think it's this mat select change. So let's go ahead and look at one of the examples. So they probably did form control topping. Mat select trigger. Okay. Angular material. Select. Oh, looks like a lot of people look up this change event. So it's okay. Then there's their unselected event, Angular 4. That's a little old. Guess I need to make this browser a little bigger. On select event. Oh no, selection change. Looks like I was using the wrong event. Oh, oh. You know, every day is not your day, guys. Every once in a while, stuff just doesn't go your way. Select change. Let's see how that works. Let's see. We'll change this to a string. Text, and then make sure that's open, and then change this. Nothing. That's interesting. This mesh was added outside this component. Oh yeah, that's something. Yeah, that's right. And that's not even correct, but so that is not working. It's not helpful. Okay, let's just try ChatGPT. You know, the Angular material. available? Question. So if you have it, I finally figured out if you have it full size, then all you can say, you can just hit enter. But if you have it narrow, you have to hit the button. So it looks like on select change is selection change might be the ticket. Oh, oh my God. Yeah, I have to put these parentheses around it. Looks like there's an error though. Selection change. Okay. Thank y'all. Oh, okay, finally. Okay, so now that's what I wanted to. Um, so I think this might be the type. See, it tells you the type that to have. So way back when I was like, oh, okay, I like doing it this way. I should have realized since I wasn't getting an error that I was getting that something was wrong. So update import. And hopefully we get our hello in our event. And add mesh, show edits, text, and then let's get this guy up, and then Helvetiker, hello. So now we could have just made it in any, and then I could have just copied this too. So yeah, so it gave us all that. So what we want is the value. So we want to propagate out the value to let the everything know that that. So in the next video we'll import the output and have it output this, and then we'll update this mesh. Output the string, and then we'll update the mesh manager to go ahead and update the actual mesh ThreeJS object with the new or not the ThreeJS object, but the let's see, the interface, this guy, the new mesh, the mesh item with the correct font. And I'm wondering, I think, yeah, I'm wondering, okay, so yeah, since we only have one, it'll know no, I don't know if it'll know what mesh we're talking about. Because, let's see. Okay. I might need to come up with something a little more clever. So when we push this thing down, let's see, font. So the problem is, okay, so this thing is probably at this point won't know. It won't know what mesh it was part of. So I might actually have to push the whole mesh down and then emit the entire mesh back, which is fine. But that would be the only way that it can. I believe that it'll be able to get the context. I probably actually could also have it return this mesh as a second argument as well. Like $event comma mesh. So anyways, that's what's coming next. This video, of course, went way too long again. Definitely just wasn't my day when it comes to, figuring stuff out. And, you have your up days, your down days. That's just the way it goes. But anyways, happy coding, guys. Bye, guys and gals. Bye.